David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. We are keeping an eye on the weather in this one. Holly Rowe has the latest.
It is a beautiful day, but I can tell you it is very cold down here on the field. I see a lot of players putting their hands by the heaters. There's a lot of heaters set up here on the sideline. We'll see how that impacts the game. Keep you posted from down here on the field. Guys?
Keep that super Doppler cranked up there, Holly. We'll look forward to it. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you cannot start this game any better than to take the opening kickoff all the way to the house. How about the speed by the return man? Once he got in the open field, that dude was gone. This place is going crazy.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Well, I'd say that's quite a way to make an early statement. Take the opening kickoff and run it all the way back for a touchdown. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense will have the ball first. Cameron Brown, they'll be relying on him to make sure this offense is productive in this one. Running inside, it's Butler. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early on offense.
From the gun to give, looking for room. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
You know, defensively, you live by the blitz and you die by the blitz. That time, they dialed it up into the run play, and the linebacker able to make a nice tackle.
The Panthers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Brown wants to pass. Makes the grab on the left. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown him 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Complete in the middle. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Well, you can't throw it much better than that. You've got an in-breaking route coming from the right-hand side, and there wasn't a big window to squeeze that football into, but really nice job on the timing. He threw it at the perfect moment, puts it only where his guy can make the catch, and they get a big first down.
The Panthers have their offense in high gear. The run inside. It's Butler. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
That's a really good stop by the defense. Jesse, they need a few more. You've given up a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Working on the right. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Let's not complicate this. My man is better than your man. Find your matchups and go get them.
And the Panthers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. And they're able to get him on the ground. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Brown will throw it. Under fire. Going for 6. Touchdown, Panthers. Middle of the end zone. He's got it.
And that is exactly what you love to see as a head coach, watching your offense take the field, first drive of the game, and you're methodical, and you take what the defense gives you. You make good decisions. You don't have negative plays. You don't have missed assignments. That shows your head coach that you are locked in and ready to go.
Extra point here will tie the game. And he puts through the extra point. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. He'll start the return inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. So Marshall's offense will now get its first chance with the football. And after that performance last week, Jesse, it'll be interesting to see if they can get the big tight end as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did, and he was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Right, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup, and, you know, you want to slow him down. Like, make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. Looking to throw for it. Quickly complete. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the first down.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop, caught the shotgun snap, and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
Here's the handoff. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's talk for a second about Marshall. For a lot of schools facing the hill they climb, you have to work the portal. But don't sleep on the high school recruiting either, David. They got a good 3-star running back just this past week.
Yeah, and you create some excitement. You create some momentum. These are the kind of guys that, man, they come in right away. They got a chance to play. Like, you're telling them the future's going to be bright. We're trying to build something special. We just need you.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. Oh, the defense moved in there too quickly. You think it's never going to work until it does, and that'll be a first down. The encroachment penalty on the D gives the offense a free 5 yards. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. One running back in the backfield, and he has it.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Taking it the other way. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And, man, you talk about the announcer jinx, Reese Davis in the flesh. He just gave it to you, right? Just highlighted this QB and how good he is, and he always makes plays for this offense, and he makes an early mistake. And what does that do, man? Got to give some life to this defense, give them some hope. So you hope he doesn't make those kind of mistakes the rest of this football game.
The Panthers offense comes out ready to go to work. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
He's got the tight end. Powerful running as he trucks his way to the 28. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a 3rd down.
Down to the 18-yard line, it's 1st and 10. They'll go with a direct snap. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how a play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you want it.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Just outside the red zone at the 21, but it's 3rd and long. Brown wants to pass. They go to the wide receiver screen. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. And they'll send out the field goal unit. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. It's been punch, counter-punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. He'll line it up from the right side, a 37-yarder coming up. He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Hamilton. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one as the return is stopped short of the 25. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. They'll open this drive, hoping to move it down the field. A touchdown would give them the lead. Got it in the middle, it's Norton. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down. New set of downs after the completion. Takes the handoff, it's Boston. Might have a chance. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Right back to it. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on second and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. And there is little more difficult to defend than pressure right up the middle, and the big nose tackle brings it there.
And he starts right on the football. A lot of time he gets double-teamed, right? Because he's right there, and you got the guards next to him. But the big fella just uses his power, overpowers the lines, gets to the quarterback, and gets the sack.
Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. 2nd down coming up. Looking to fire. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Here comes the heat. Finds his big tight end. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
They get him stopped after a pickup of 5 to the 28.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Back to the ground with the running back. Maybe some room here. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20.
And this drive, this offense is really focused on physicality, man. Running the football. Look at right here, right up the gut. Nice play. Nice job just controlling the line of scrimmage, putting a drive together. This offense really doing a good job right now.
They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. Touchdown, Panthers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
And that's one the quarterback would love to have back. At this point of the game, it's tight on the scoreboard, and if that guy's not open, nothing's there. You got to throw that thing away, or you got to tuck it and run, take a sack, live to play another down. That's a decision the quarterback wishes he had back.
Yeah, because you're so frustrated because you're in a position to get points. And, right, when you start getting down there, Palmer, they talk to you all the time. Don't give away points. Make sure you're smart. Football, don't try to do too much. He tries to do too much, he pays for it, and the defense takes it all the way back to the end zone.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10.
That makes the score Georgia State 17, Marshall 7.
The returner will field it and try to do some business. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Marshall takes over the ball, the Thundering Herd offense coming out. That deficit has now grown to double digits, down 17-7 as they start this drive. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
And you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Sets up the screen. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He's across the 50 and out of bounds at the 49, and a great pickup on that one.
When you run the football and then throw in the play action, it's such a tricky thing for the defense. Do I play run? Do I come up fast? It opens those holes right behind the linebackers and between the safeties to make the passing game just a little bit easier.
Stonewalled again. No. On the play, they keep trying to stick with the running game, but there's not much getting done. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Pressure coming. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
That's got to feel good if you're the offense, because third down has been a bit of a problem all season long, but you love the way they're executing at this point, finding ways to keep the chains moving.
Looking to throw on first down. And it just squirted through his hands. He wanted to take off and got too anxious.
Oh, man, the big fellas, they usually have the soft hands. Your security blanket is your tight end, but that one hit him in the hands, and he just couldn't pull it in.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Flips it out on the screen. Breaks into the open. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
And as a quarterback, man, you have to have a short memory, right? Be able to put mistakes behind you. He threw an interception last possession. Who cares? Nice job coming out, getting organized, getting the play down, having confidence, and now they're moving the ball right down the field.
And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Hey, man, if you're going to force incompletions when the QB's thrown to the tight end, you better be physical. Nice job with the hit, forcing that incompletion.
So now it's 2nd and long. From the gun, the running back has it. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. Whistle blows, we are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. The Thundering Herd trying to dial one up to convert on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Thundering Herd! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
Lining up for the PAT. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And And they finish it up with a 15-yard scoring toss. From inside the 10, here he comes. And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. The Panthers offense comes out ready to go on the attack. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The play action fake. Got him downfield. Open space in the middle. He'll be stopped at the 6-yard line, but what a job picking up yardage after the catch. Georgia State comes to the line with a 1st and goal. They're working that left side. Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Trying to power it in. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be...
And he's in! Touchdown, Georgia State!
And how big is that for this offense? Put a nice drive together, get the touchdown, add to this lead already. Everything right now, Palmer, going their way.
Yeah, that was as good a 2-minute type situation as you could have offensively. And David, they've got so many weapons on this offense. They practice these situations all the time, and they put it to work here at the end of the 1st half.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? The give. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making side adjustments here. Back to throw, time running short in the half. Got a man, it's Culliver. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They've got it at the 37, it's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again, and why not? Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be 2nd down.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We start with a look at Virginia Tech, taking on the number 3 team, the Miami Hurricanes. And it's the Hokies, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. And And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big 12. Now over to your game inside Jones C. Edwards Stadium. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas at Jones C. Edwards Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. As we start the second half, what do you have for us, Holly?
Marshall's head coach told me at the half, this team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. They'll move the tight end. Brown will throw it. Myers on the move. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You know, defenders have to really understand body positioning and where the football's coming from. And great job understanding that, getting in the way of the route, knocking the ball down, batting it away, making a good play for that defense.
He lets it fly. Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for. And on the opening drive of the second half, you've made adjustments, but sometimes you underestimate the fact that the defense is ready for your adjustments.
And they've made their own adjustments as well, and they're allowed to sit there in the locker room and think and wonder about how you're going to attack them coming out of the tunnel. Great job being ready to go at the start of the second half by the defense.
The Marshall offense makes its way back onto the field. The defense set them up with a turnover and now to try to cash it in. Give to the back. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on second and short. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Here they come, 1st and 10 from the 48. They'll go to the air. Right on the money. He snagged it, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Boston. Nowhere to go. Same song, second verse, as this defense is ready for this guy. 3rd down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands.
Offside, defense.
That's just a mental error. On defense, you got to watch the ball. I understand the quarterback shouting and he's clapping and there's all this crowd noise, but you just got to hone in, watch the football before you come out of your stance.
Looking downfield on 1st down. fires to the big fella. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
And it's hard to imagine a defense losing the big fella, losing the tight end, but where was the coverage? Something broke down right there between linebackers and safeties to try to figure out where he was. He's the beneficiary, catches the football, a lot of grass in front of him to make a big play.
Going to the ground. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll run it with the jet sweep. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. Marshall comes to the line facing 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Really nice 3rd down sub defense there that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Never a doubt. Right down the middle. Down to a one-possession game, 24-17.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Brown wants to pass. Quickly complete.
And the slant is really a difficult route to defend against if you're in DB and man coverage, especially when you have no help on the inside. So if you're the offense and you continue seeing that coverage, you might as well keep attacking it just like that.
Running inside. It's Butler. Into the pile. Maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. They're able to make the stop, but not before Georgia State has a first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on 3rd down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more 3rd down conversions like that, they're going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Runs through the tackle. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Gets it out fast. They'll wrestle him down just short of the first down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one. The Panthers lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Really good start to this drive. They've moved the chains a couple of times. They've created some space. They'll snap it from the 36. Pulls it in. It's Avery. Turns it on down the left side. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take. Touchdown, Georgia State!
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
31, Marshall, 17.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Hamilton. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. So Marshall is out on the field and ready to get this drive cranked up. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Well, they execute the in route. How about the arm strength by the QB? That was an absolute bullet on that completion.
The option, the keeper. It's a fumble. The offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Looking to fire. Oh, it goes right through his hands. They had everything set up on the screen except the catch. It'll be third down.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through them, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And they just kind of sneak that one in there as a defensive guy, 3rd and 5+. I'm thinking pass. They were thinking pass, Palmer, and they slipped the run in.
And it's so nice then to have this guy at running back too, right? Because you could throw it to him on third down or hand it off, and he's got the vision and the athleticism to go pick up that first, keep the drive going.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Fires to the middle. Working that left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Offside, defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Marshall looking for the score on 1st and goal. From the gun. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, Marshall! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to add another.
Is on for the extra point.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands.
Well, I don't know if the big fella got freaked out because he was so wide open on that play, but that is a catch he has got to make for his quarterback.
Brown will throw it. This time on target. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this third period. As we head to the fourth quarter, this guy is seeing the defense. Look how he spread the ball around. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the fourth quarter. So we open the final period with a third down play. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in this stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances. And that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Snags it over the middle. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, from what I can see here on the Marshall sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Back to you.
Holly, thank you.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Leaves it with the running back. They knock him down, but not before he gets it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 4.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Now the defense will try to keep them on this end on third and short from the 21.
Red 18, red 18. Move.
They'll try to bully their way for the first. This offense has a little room and a fresh set of downs at the 23.
And it's not a surprise so far in how this game is unfolding. Like, they're going to continue to feature this dude. Like, third downs, get him the football. Shoot, first downs, you're going to get him the football. Had a good start to this football game, and I expect we're going to continue to hear his name over and over in this one.
And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. This Marshall offense putting together a nice drive.
A nice passing game by this offense. The quarterback and the receiver on the same page, in time, in rhythm, creates the big play. And look at him, they're right back on.
Makes the catch and he's free. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains and the screen pass is effective.
Man, how nice is it to have such a playmaker that you can just dump it off to him. And you just get it to him, and he does the rest. And that's why they do this. They make sure they have a chart that they get this guy the football in space in different ways, and you see why. He chews it up after the catch, making his quarterback look great.
In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Gives it to the back on the draw. He never had a chance on the draw, tackled almost as soon as he got the ball.
Second down.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. Quarterback making checks. To the air on 2nd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Nothing to do with the football, and he just throws it away. It'll be 3rd down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple games.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's complete to the left. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one.
Great job by the defense. A big key coming into this one was 3rd down defense. They're going up against one of the 25 best in the country in that time, making a nice tackle before the sticks to set up 4th.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Here's the pressure. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is a back-breaker. It's 4th down, though. Listen, you got to throw the football. You got to try to make a play. But the defense came up big in a big moment.
Caught in the backfield, it's Butler. Bounced off his feet.
Yeah, nice job by the defense. That's what you're supposed to do. As soon as they catch the football, you want to limit that yards after the catch. And he went nowhere after the catch. Nice job by the D.
Brown wants to pass. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he just flat dropped it. I think he wanted to run before he secured it. Georgia State will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, did he unload on that? It's like there's helium in that one. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. The Thundering Herd offense ready to come out and get this drive going. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
They'll go right back to it. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Well, I think the defense is expecting here on 3rd down that this running back's going to get it again. He got it on 1st, had a nice carry, got it on 2nd. Now he set him up in 3rd and short. You've got to be physical here and make sure this guy goes backwards.
Got his man on the right. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move. Marshall back at it with another 1st and 10. Motion from the wideout. Gonna run it. It's Meadows. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Might be calling a hot route. Oops, someone moved just a bit early, and the offense is going to pick up a penalty.
False start, offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Those sloppy false start penalties can be drive killers. It's 2nd and 13. Looking to fire. Catch in the middle, it's Parsons. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. The freshman safety still down on the field as he's being attended to by the medical personnel. 3rd and short now from their own 48. From the gun, wants to pass. Immediately fires to the middle. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
That's a tough pill to swallow if you're on defense. Third down, you're blitzing. You're expecting to be able to affect the quarterback, but give this offensive line, these guys, credit because they were able to pick everything up and give their quarterback an opportunity to throw clean from the pocket to pick up that first down.
Finds his man. It's Culliver. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Most important part of a clutch drive, piece together some first downs, get in position, and here they are on 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Using his legs, it's Meadows. Pickup of 8, it's now 2nd and 2.
Well, the interesting thing about a run here trailing late is the defense isn't expecting it. That's the good news. Bad news, though, is you're still trailing. You need to score quickly, which means you need to be throwing the football right now.
They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside. Defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually.
Deep shot for the end zone. So close to a touchdown, but just. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And no problem on that extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 4th. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. His drive will open from the 15. The run inside. It's Butler. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Well, he makes the catch. On the move at the 30. Now the offense wants to make sure everything's straightened out, and they call their now. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. The coach thinks he was right. The officials say he was not. The challenge is denied and the timeout is gone. Brown will throw it quickly to the tight end. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. Before they snap the ball on 2nd down, timeout is called. He's going to take a shot. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
If I'm a QB coach, I'm grabbing my quarterback right away and be like, listen, we're going to get another opportunity. It's the fourth quarter. It's a tie game. Our defense is going to get a stop for us. You got to get your confidence back. You got to get back in this ball game. We're going to need you again down the road. You are not done.
First play of the drive comes from the 22. Quarterback may change this route. Wants to throw on first down. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. At the 35, he's got room. He's out of bounds after picking up 17. Got to save every precious second. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. He wants to throw it. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Couldn't ask for much more there. A first down, and they're down to the 42. Really trying to make that tempo work here to get a little bit closer for the kicker. Got to save every precious second, and the spike stops the clock. Backed up now, here's second and long. Back to pass. Just about had another one picked off. They have been way too reckless with the football, throwing it away 3 times already. Looking to help the kicker out on third down. From here, it would be a 59-yard attempt. Setting up the screen. Just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. They'll use the timeout. 6 seconds left on the clock. With the line of scrimmage at the 32, they'll line up for a 49-yard field goal attempt and a chance to win the game. Looking for space, it's Meadows. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. So they'll send out the field goal unit. The holder will find his spot at the 38-yard line. That means a 48-yarder and a chance to win it. He's got it! What a way to complete the comeback! What a rally and what a victory! That was fun, and it was big time, and it is a confidence builder to come through waning moments and win a game like that.
Confidence builder, dream maker, right? Those are the things you dreamed about in the backyard, drawing it up with the clock running down. You're going to make the play to win. Your offense is going to come through in the clutch. Jesse, that's exactly what they did.
No doubt about it, David. That's a tough situation to be in. There's so much pressure on these individual players to have to step up and have to make that big play. But you could see the belief they had in each other, the respect they have for each other, and now moving forward, this is a huge confidence builder for this team.
This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis saying goodbye, everybody.